Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus here with a special MagFest exclusive review of MagFest special guest, the friend of all children, Gamera. This is Gamera by Revoltech Sci-Fi. I bought this all by myself in the dealer room. It's mine, and I think that you're going to really appreciate this review where he uses his fire sword to fight the evil legions of Gauss. It's, Oh, hold on a second. Hi, Matt. How's it going?
Hi, Vangelus. How you doing?
Oh, just stay over there. It's totally cool.
No. That right over there, that is my favorite kaiju of all time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, come on, we're friends on Twitter, or you watch my show? Yes, you do.
Listen, I'm not wearing any pants.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my, for Godzilla's sake. Yes, you, dude, come on. Come on. Yeah, man. So, how do we start?
All right. Number one, you're in my spot. Thank you. Right. Rule number two is always use a black background. FYI. So, YOLO everyone. I'm joined today by Mr. Apollo Matt Z. Hack Burkett.
Yes, sir. A former reviewer and now avid toy buff.
That's right. No one knows more about the toy than the toy manufacturers. But Matt's also a really good person to talk to about Gamera toys.
Well, thank you.
Gamera toys. Now, I don't know much about the Gamera.
Gamera started out in the early 1960s. It was a 7-film series in the Showa era. And I believe it went to like the late 1970s and or late 60s, late 70s, whatever. Anyways, and this is the Showa Gamera, which was a very, very goofy suit. Looked the same in all the movies. Eyes just moved a little bit, and the mouth just had about as much articulation as that toy does right there.
Yeah, this little flap of the mouth here.
Yep. Incredibly suit accurate, which is just really, really cool. And might I add, I only picked this up because of the fact that I learned of Revoltech through Vangelus reviews, not to, suck your Mothra or anything.
It's already huge.
Yeah.
It's in its big cocoon state. I've seen a lot of Mothra.
There's rumors of twin fairies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They live in their little sack house. We're talking about my testicles. So, Gamera here is from the Revoltech Sci-Fi line. That's a line I've covered a couple times. This is where they do live-action sci-fi things and render them with Revoltech technology. These are not the usual designers. These are another set of designers. And this is a line that's been burgeoning a little bit, and it's had some ups and downs. And this guy, I do not recall where he came into the line. I'm sure that some set of text underneath here might say something about it. Oh, that was a nasty thing to say about Matt. Anyway, this little guy, he's Revoltech posable, so that means that he's got the clicky joints. You can pull them all apart if you want to.
Yes.
That's Revoltech's thing. You could get another Revoltech toy. And
But there's a special reason why you want to pull all the joints off this one.
Oh, don't blow the load yet.
Okay,
We're not there yet.
Blow the load, huh?
We got to ride the journey out first. So this dude, he's clicky, and he's got a couple of larger Revoltech joints in here, really heavy. Oh, nice clicky stuff. I love that noise. This is not a Revoltech joint. I'm kind of happy. I'm at this point in my toy life, and this is my little confession I've made a couple times, where I used to love Revoltechs, and now I'm kind of getting tired of the Revoltech joint, I got to admit. I like the Revoltech joint. I just am more happy to see things that use it as a placement thing rather than like trying to force it into the elbows, for instance. And it was great when it came out, but if there was one great thing about the Revoltech joint, it's that it's tight. This guy will not come out of his pose. The other side of that sword is you don't necessarily have a smooth range of movement. You have a range of every one of these clicks. And the downside of that on a toy scale being that if you want to have his leg be somewhere between those two clicks, you pretty much can't.
Exactly.
And that was not a problem when Revoltech started. It's slowly become something that's bugged me only because toy engineering has grown since then.
Yeah.
And I appreciate they're sticking to their guns. And on this guy, as you said, the Revoltech system makes a lot of sense for a lot of the things he does. If there's one joint that I found was a little bit weird in my brief messing with this guy, it's that one.
Yeah.
That looks odd. I know that that's for something.
Yeah. I completely agree. A little on the cheap side.
But I mean, this is great. I really like that they filled in the detail in there.
Again, it's incredibly suit accurate. I mean, to the point to where it almost looks crappy because the suit looks so crappy.
Yeah,
but it's I don't know. It's a really cool little thing. They also made the Heisei Gameras from Gamera Guardian of the Universe and Gamera 2 Advent of Legion, which look pretty cool, but you know, not as necessarily old school and retro as this one.
You're digging the OG Kaiju.
I am. They also have a Gauss that I've been wanting to get, and it's also a terrible looking suit, but an awesome looking toy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that the thing that really captures this sculpt really in general is just you do the close up on the face. This looks like, you know, a kind of bandy-eyed, angry-looking turtle.
Yeah.
And it does look great. Like the sculpt work on Revoltech Sci-Fi on the component pieces is pretty fantastic. You know, the pink in the mouth really helps. The surreptitious hole in the back of his throat for a thing. Yeah, I really dig the sculpt on this guy, and I like the paint work on him. I've not actually seen one of these up close until now. And there's even there's room in here you could stick a cell phone in there.
You probably could.
Neither of us have a cell phone at all. I mean,
actually, you know what? I know exactly why that goes in there.
Oh, really?
You stick the head in there. I totally forgot about that. I apologize.
What?
You stick the head in there because of the load that we're not allowed to blow.
I didn't even see that joint.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that.
Oh man, and there's like a socket back there too, so you can you unpeg it, stick it back. That's cool. Yeah, that's because I was gonna say that there's a little orange box kicking around here somewhere.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this guy's got a lot of accessories. I mean, I'm gonna kind of blow the load here for a second. Like he's got all these accessories, right? It's a huge amount of stuff, and he comes with the classic Revoltech orange box. It fits this accessory. You got to deal with all this still. And that's, I mean, I brought that up about Revoltechs before. It's not really a problem because you got to deal with accessories when it comes to Japanese toys. But I always found it funny they really stick to their guns on this little box.
Well, why do they make them so small like that?
I think it's just it looks nice. It's aesthetically pleasing. If you have a couple of them and you only use one lid, this lower ridge actually fits into this upper ridge.
Okay.
So you can stack them.
Okay, that works.
Which is cool. And I mean, these pegs are Revoltech sized, so you can peg these accessories into the top of the box.
I did not know that.
So if you just need it to be like one
So we
shape,
could have a flying orange box.
Yeah, with a big piece of fire sticking out of the top.
The flame sword with, I don't know, it's like fire and ice.
Oh, Matt, that's not a flame sword. That's his fire breath.
His flamethrower breath.
I have to be the expert in all the Gamera.
Well, you're the expert in everything.
So does this go in this way?
Yes, where the peg is.
Yeah, it's back there.
Yep, just like that.
Oh, that's fun.
Isn't that great?
I like that.
And that I hate to say it, but that's about as accurate as it is in the movie too, because it's just a little flamethrower that comes out of the mouth and it arches up like that. The flames here. And
that's a cool attention to detail.
Yeah. Again, it's just so incredibly movie accurate that it's just a hell of a lot of fun. And I got it for $50 and worth every penny.
That was at the ShadowCon dealer room.
Yes, at at ShadowCon 2010 actually.
Mag
2011.
Yeah, I dig it. I like that it's not troublesome to get in there.
No, not at all.
Feels like there might be even sculpting there to accommodate the tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's shaped. It's molded like the tongue in there. That's cool. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the vanilla Gamera, right? So just as someone who has picked this guy up out of a love of Gamera and stuff, just as a figure, as a Gamera action figure, How have you felt about this dude?
I have personally loved it. Most of the Gamera toys that I have are Bandai's, and Bandai's are just really stiff vinyl. And while I do have a love for them, I really like the fact that we have these highly articulated kaiju figures, from the Monster Arts, from the Revoltechs. I've said it time and time again, the Gamera trilogy, the 90s movies are my favorite of all time, kaiju movies that is. And with this particular toy, I just think that, it really gives epic homage, if you will, I guess, to, the original cheesy movies.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who hasn't seen those movies, they need to, because they're terrible, but they're fun. Okay, have you seen Gamera versus Giron?
I am a Gamera virgin. I'm going to come clean here.
Okay, do you know what Giron is? Have you ever heard of that?
That sounds very familiar.
He's a giant butcher knife who shoots Chinese blades from his nose. And he fights him on Mars because there are two very attractive Japanese alien women who want to eat the brains of two little children from Japan that they abduct.
I hate it when that happens.
It's happened to me before. Has it happened to you?
Oh, many times.
They ate my brain. I don't know what happened. I'm still alive.
I got mine there's a bag of sand up there. My
Gotcha.
brain's in a computer.
But no, I mean, overall, I really enjoy this figure. And I wish that they would make the rest of the Gamera creatures, because the only other villain from the Showa era, as far as I know, is Gauss. And Gauss is great, but I wouldn't mind, having a Zigra or even a Giron. Giron would be cool, even though it would be pretty immobile, because his entire head is pretty much just a giant knife.
I'd dig it just for the design, I think. I just wanted to ask, am I committing any kind of Gamera sin here, trying to have him quadruped?
No. He actually has done that a couple of times. I think it was in the first movie, and I could be wrong. I'm still... It's been a while since I've seen the Showa Gamera movies.
I noticed that his palms his wrists seem to have enough clearance to get him.
Yeah. I mean, again, for something that looks so stiff, it has a lot of posability, and it's just a nifty little toy.
He's running. Well, let's. I guess we can get right into showing the last gimmick on this guy.
Totally.
The big gimmick on this guy. So while I'm setting that up, you want to explain what it is that this guy does that we're about to show?
If a fire-breathing turtle wasn't enough,
I broke your toy.
Oh, why did you break my toy?
I broke your toy.
You're going to have to give me the bee figure art now.
I fixed it.
Oh, damn it. It's broken. It's broken.
FYI, that Figma-style joint is what this is using for a hinge. So that's what popped out. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off. But
oh, no. If a prehistoric fire-breathing turtle wasn't enough, he also flies, right?
Oh, like he should.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody has flying turtles. But and this is probably one of the most infamous things that Gamera is known for. But he doesn't just fly like Superman, he can, but he doesn't typically. No, he hides in his shell, which Vangelus is currently doing. Trying. It might even just be easier to put the head on the side. That's what I always did.
I'm going to make it work. I like how he looks when you have him in here. He's like, yo, what's up? What's up, baby? Want me to pop it out? Don't mind me. It's been a long day.
But on top of being able to fly, he flies like a flying saucer, with jet streams coming out of all 4 holes that his arms and legs come out of, and he spins around like a flying saucer, and that's about it. Don't forget this piece right there.
Oh, yeah. He's got something here to give him a proper stump on his neck. Oh, come on. I know you can do this for me, baby. Hang on, I have an idea. I'm going to... Oh, the joint is sideways. That's why. Don't mind me. I play with these all the time. There we go. Oh, that's cute. His little snout sticking out of there.
Is that his snout?
I think that's his snout. Yeah, it's his little nose.
Oh, okay. I wanted to just make sure that was the right hole.
I can see the... Oh, dear. Oh, my.
We were talking about Mothras before.
I don't know what you're talking about. You got no proof of that.
But yeah, in the Showa series, he didn't really ever use the whole flying saucer thing as anything but just, hey, look, it's a giant flying turtle. It is like a UFO. But in Gamera 3, he actually uses it as an offensive weapon in one scene, which is kind of cool. He just whips himself, and it's during an aerial battle with Iris, and he...
Do I leave the tail in?
Nope. You would take it out.
All right. Ah! That didn't come out properly.
That's all right. It always does that.
Sometimes I have problems with... There we go. Looks like that's a great place to put the Revoltech stand.
Exactly.
But sorry, you were saying.
Oh, no. But I don't know. Like this is just a really cool gimmick, and I'm so happy that they included it. I personally never put it in this position because I like seeing Gamera, but the fact that you're able to do that, is
it helps that it's on, like, I mean, Revoltech stands, they always have a Revoltech joint, so you can tilt the direction of the flight.
Yeah.
And I think that combined with these arcing jet bits, it makes it look really dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty slick.
That's great. Yeah, I dig it. This is a cool little figure. $50 is steep. I mean, that seems like that's a in-person dealer room price. It's Revoltech Sci-Fi. They go through this cycle, I find, of they come out, they're expensive, they're really cheap for a few months, and then they disappear altogether and become expensive again.
Actually that's true. They're other Gamera figures, the '90s ones. I cannot find them anywhere. eBay, dealers, whatever.
That happened with the Geiger aliens. Both
really?
of them. As far as I can tell, not so much the newer one, the Alien Warrior or the Alien Queen.
Right.
But it's kind of like they were on clearance for a good couple months because there were just tons of them. And then once those sold, they were gone for a long time.
Jeez Louise.
And now people are paying a lot for them again. I like this mode.
Yeah, isn't it cool? I mean, and just that camera angle that you got it from, it looks very cinematic.
Yeah, like this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the arcs going the right way. This is just like he's going to mess you up. No, I like this a lot. I want to show one more little form on this guy. So we'll be back in just a second. We're going to do a quick time skip so that you don't have to sit through me unplugging and replugging things.
Yeah, because we don't like hearing you talk. You're not fascinating in the slightest.
I don't know anything about this guy.
No, not at all.
He's a turtle?
Is he or is he a tortoise?
Oh! Hey, we're back, and Gamera's flying around like he's got no cares in the world, and the moment that he started flying around, Baltan expert Baltan2 from Twitter just showed up.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Nice. You're joining us here at MagFest, are you?
No, I'm not.
Damn!
This is his spirit.
I thought I had this in the bag.
That's okay.
Well, yeah, this overall thoughts on my end on this thing. It's a cool little figure. Like I was saying before, Revoltech Sci-Fi's, once they become hard to find, they can be quite a bother to get a hold of. But seeing this dude in hand, ignoring that side of things, he's a pretty cool little dude. I really like... I think that getting this head to go inside the stomach on that saucer mode sells the saucer mode to me a lot more than the photos had me thinking, because... I don't know why. I think it's because it's not hollow inside. It feels like there's more going on. There's like some kind of tactile toy thing going on in there.
I could see that, like the fact that there's some aspect of transformation and not pulling pieces apart and just sticking them to the side.
Yeah, like just carving out the inside of there and putting that socket back there for the neck just feels like a little bit of a step of love on the design side. And Matt, I mean, you're digging this toy.
Well, no, I bought it. I really don't like it. It sits on my shelf with the rest of the Gamera figures.
We'll get rid of him.
Yeah, you can't have him.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But somebody will. Maybe TJ Omega. TJ Omega could do with him.
Yeah, and where is he?
You know what? I tried to get him here, but he's like, no, I can't do it. Actually, he really couldn't make it here. I would love for him to have been here, but maybe next year.
Then we could have thrown Gamera at him.
I would throw whatever at TJ. You know what I mean? Like he completely deserves it.
Just bonk. Yeah. But TJ at @Baltan2.
Yes.
In your 2 minutes of messing with this figure when you spontaneously arrived, just at a glance, and as a former owner of a bunch of Revoltech kaiju and whatnot, how are you feeling about this Gamera?
Gamera definitely feels like one of the better, if not the best, of any sci-fi Revoltech I've handled. The amount of care that goes into the joints, the fact that there's there's some actual non-Revoltech joints in it in places where they probably would have hurt the figure a little bit more if they were included. The effects, I love the little flame piece, which will not fit in Gamera's mouth.
Oh, we can get it in there.
Yeah,
it's actually got a cut in there, molded to get his tongue to sit flush.
Oh, okay, a lot like the Monstars. Or as a matter of fact, the Heisei Gamera did the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's neat.
You get some darkness there on the orange. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really liking the full feature on this. I was a little bit skeptical going on this Gamera because he lacks the basic Japanese thing of multiple hands and stuff like that. I'm kind of surprised by the robustness I'm getting out of these gimmicks. I'm even leaving out that these jet streams attach with Revoltech joints, so they can pose a little bit as is necessary. It feels like this guy gets the most out of his gimmicks. It feels like he is, as you said, in Revoltech Sci-Fi, this is one of the most toy-like ones I've messed with. I messed with the Iron Men, felt they were sitting on this weird line between a display piece and a toy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy feels like he pulls in just a little bit more of that good old-fashioned toyeticness that I actually really like seeing in a collector line. I like the idea of something that's a collector piece that has that extra little layer of letting you get your fingers on it and really doing some stuff. So I'm actually kind of liking this guy. If I were like hardcore into Gamera, I would be interested in adding this guy to a Gamera shelf. My only other question is, because I didn't keep up with it, is there a Gamera happening in Monster Arts, or is that some kind of license thing that's a crazy discussion?
It's a license thing, isn't it?
More or less right now, it's the fact that Bandai isn't doing it for... I mean, like, they don't really specify, but they don't have any interest in doing Gamera right now. It could be because of Kaido having the license, or the fact that whoever owns all the Dai stuff now, Kedokawa, however the hell you pronounce it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Maybe they don't want, maybe a lot like Toho, they don't want to give more than one company the rights to doing articulated figures, or Kaido, out of spite, has prevented Bandai from doing it. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they were on the receiving end of Bandai doing the very same thing.
We did Gigan, damn it! That's a whole other discussion, though. That's something that's, again, it's on the vestiges of my little Twitter world that I inhabit. So I'm more of a spectator there, but I'm glad I got to take a look at this. Thank you very much, Apollo, Matt, Burkett, Z.
Weren't we going to close out with a song rendition of the Gamera song?
That's right. I think it's time to sing.
We're going to sing the Gamera song and make up lyrics as we go along.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gamera. Gamera. Gamera is here at MagFest. Gamera is the very best. Now he's gonna do something. Gamera.
He's a turtle.
That he is.
Yeah.
And many more.
Woo!
Yay.
I love Gamera. He's the friend of all children.